Okay, well, welcome everybody.
Hi, everyone.
Put this on gallery view. Welcome, welcome. I am Fiona Rose.
I'm More Yellington.
And we are the founders of Essence of You. And we really just wanted to introduce ourselves, introduce our work, why we do what we do, and tell you a little bit more about us and our story. So I'm going to let More start. She is the mama of the Essence of You. So when you're ready, More, tell us about it.
Thanks, Fiona. Okay, so Essence of You kind of developed a long time ago when I just started doing energy work. Even before I was doing energy work, I always had this feeling how I wanted to help women connect to sexuality, to their passion. I always realized when I was talking to women and some men also that sexualness and passion wasn't really part of their life and their livelihood. And when I started learning energy work and connecting the dots, I kind of realized that um, some way in this reality, we cut off our relationship to creation. And when that's cut off, nothing is working the way we want it to be. We're kind of disconnected from ourself because we come from creation, from that energy. And so for years now, ever since I've learned energy work, I'm a theta healer teacher and practitioner, and I do access consciousness bars and working and teaching workshops and working with women, and developed this Essence of You, which specifically works on bringing back to life and into your life the energy of creation, that essence that a lot of us are missing because of this reality. And the more women I work with and the more workshops we do, and the focus on bringing that back, the more things come up and are so clear that as women, we just cut so much of that out of our lives. And so, my goal and my passion in this world right now is to just bring that back, bring that energy back, bring that passion back, bring that creation back, bring sexualness back, and just give women that gift or that tool or just that wholeness,
Mm-hmm.
because when you're back into that, everything works so amazingly, and together we can change this reality. And that's what I'm so passionate about.
I love
And
that.
I've known you for a long time. And um, of course, you're part of this journey. So, how about you share a little bit about how it is for you?
Yeah, I love what you said so much. Well, for me, I've been an energy healer for 8 years, and More and I actually met through Theta Healing trainings, and we've over the years developed such a beautiful friendship and sisterhood together, which I'm so grateful for.
Me too.
And yeah, and what I really feel from the Essence of You as well is the essence of being in our truth, being in who we are and cutting down or releasing, the shit that we aren't, you know.
Yeah.
And for me, I remember being a child and I remember having so much joy and so much bliss and so much creativity always coming through. And there was a point in my life when I was around 8 or 9 where I shut that down and I stopped being my psychic, wild, crazy, fun self. And I started conforming to this reality. And when that happened, I shut down a huge part of what I was supposed to bring to this world and this reality. And so the Essence of You for me is a journey as well of personal remembrance, you know, remembering who I am, where I come from, and then I think that we really want to help everybody else to come back to that memory. Who are you? What do you remember about your truth? And clearing all the false beliefs and the lies that we think that we are,
Yeah.
right? And the more I've done this, the happier I am, the healthier I am, the better my body functions, the more pleasure I have, right? And so a lot of this is coming out of pleasure and bliss and joy, and it's why we do it and why we want to help other people feel that as well and come alive. So yeah, I really, really love the essence of you, and the fact that we also work a lot with the body, doing
Yes.
Essence Dance, which we're offering online right now, and we'll continue to expand, is learning how to express the essence of who you are through movement, through dance, through freestyle dancing, and really acknowledging the body as a part of that experience, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah, so super happy to be here. And, I was actually thinking and feeling more how powerful it would be for us to share our stories about our own, sexuality and passion and how we've broken through that. Because I feel like a lot of people watching will understand that struggle.
Oh, where do we start?
I know. It's been a journey.
It's been a journey. Um, I guess I'm a little bit on the other side of a spectrum, maybe. So in my relationship, I've always been the super sexual person. Um, and I was always really connected to that, and I couldn't understand people that weren't. My girlfriends growing up were always like, "Oh, you're so horny," or "a nympho," whatever, which is not like, I checked by the dictionary, right? It's not the definition, but I just always felt super in my element, and that's how I am in life too. And so I couldn't figure out why other people weren't feeling that. And I've done so much of my own work. I've had, somewhat of a rough childhood growing up, and I've been through some sexual abuse myself at a young age, and also as a teenager. And that stuff never really stopped me. I always looked at it as, a journey, and how going through those things, looking back at them, um, kind of designed and shaped who I was as a person. And I was always the kind of person that was like, okay, well, that's not going to stop me. That's not going to kill me. And I realized that a lot of people don't really have that um, ability, or are aware of it, or know how to do that. And so I discovered that I actually have this power to do that, and tools and a gift to help other people get over their stuff, acknowledge it, and then move on. And what I realize is that even though we work with a lot of women that go through abuse, sexual abuse, being in this reality alone is very abusive. There's so much judgment, and there's so much that takes us down as women beyond all the energetical stuff that we clear, that it's so important to have these tools. I think a lot of the times we're not even aware. So even if you've been through abuse or you haven't, just being in this reality is abusive. And so just clearing that stuff, clearing that shame, clearing those judgments, realizing and differentiating what's yours and what's not yours. There's so much in there to just set you free, to just connect you. And the more we do this work, and I have to tell you, I do this work on myself all the time. This is not like we'll have one session and that's it. I mean, that can be truly an amazing, and I've seen miracles happen from one session itself, as you know, Fiona. But it's always constantly growing. It doesn't feel like work. I say it's more like play, because every time I feel some kind of like block, it's just more about, ooh, what is this about? What can we figure out? What kind of tool we can have for this? It's more like a game to be the happiest we could be. And so that's what I really want to give, and that what's really makes me happy.
Yeah, thank you for sharing all of that. Yes, how does it get any better than that?
It's a lot, I know.
I love that. Well, we ask a lot of questions in Access, and that's where the question empowers, and thank you so much for sharing. Yeah. So, for some of you that don't know my story, I am the only girl in my family. I
Right.
have three older brothers, and I definitely had a very challenging, interesting, very unique upbringing. And, definitely also a survivor of sexual abuse and trauma, domestic violence. And what I've learned as I've come and healed that and come to the other side of that is realizing how powerful not only our sexual energy is, but our expressive energy. So, for me, breaking through and realizing that we're all worthy of sexual expression. And this is not just about sex, right? It's about
Right.
using the sexual energy to create our life. So, what could you create with your sexual energy? And so, for
Exactly.
me, yeah, I mean, I suffered with a whole bunch of anxiety issues and PTSD and depression most of my life because of my trauma. And when I actually started doing this work, doing energy healing, doing theta healing, doing Access, I started getting relief from these tools and healing and actually becoming a happy, healthy person. And so through my path, I've also learned things like Reiki and life coaching, but I've always taught belly dance. So I've been teaching belly dance for 18 years. And the cool thing to connect and to understand me is that belly dancing is a feminine expression of my truth, of my essence. And every time I teach, whether it's online or in person, I always want to bring that feminine essence into the class and
Yep.
help people understand that as women or whatever gender you identify with, it doesn't matter because we all have feminine energy, is that
Right.
it's safe to be in that feminine energy. And not only is it safe, but let's take it a step further, it's actually healing and it's empowering. And so every time I step into that energy and teach it, that is what I'm working with the divine feminine. And so that is a huge part of my purpose in my personal business and with the Essence of You and with everything I do is how can we awaken that divine feminine to where she is in the driver's seat. She is helping us live essential, fabulous, amazing, sexy, badass, fun, joy, blissful life, right?
Right.
Like, why
That's the
not?
goal. It's our given right.
hmm Yes, yes. And so we're going to share so many amazing tools and we're going to post classes and things on our YouTube channel and on social media. So we're so grateful that you guys understand where we are coming from. We've been through our own trauma and drama and we've survived and thrived. And now this
Yep.
is what we do, is help
And you
other
can
people.
too. Yes. And you know what? It works. Like every single time I work with somebody, the first session and they're like, whoa, they're blown away. Actually, my last client told me yesterday, she's like, I've been to therapy for 12 years now and I have yet to cry in one session with you and I'm crying. And I was like, yeah, it's super powerful. You know, you have this power to do this. You just have to choose. You have the power of choice. And if you're ready and you're over this shit and you're ready to be happy and healthy and to be open to receive everything this world has to offer you and everything we have to offer you, you will be a shining star on this planet because that's your given right to be. That's what you're here for. We're here to be happy.
Amen. Yes.
So choose it.
Yay! What else is possible for you all? So thank you for listening to our story. I also just want to end here with us letting you know that we have so many amazing things going on with the Essence of You. We have our Essence Dance. They're basically healing dance parties with energy
Yes.
clearings. So much fun. We do those. And right now we're doing those every week, so you can join. We also have online courses to dive deeper as well into your own emotional processing, clearing, healing, transformation. We also have retreats that we will be offering. And we also do one-on-one, more intensive healing. So please just reach out, learn more. We love to hear from you all. So thank you so much for getting to know us today.
Thank you. Love you. Much love. Hope to see you soon, beautiful people.
Bye.
Bye.